we're not going to have time for a Bobby Ray's Weekend Adventure. I know, I'm sorry, folks, I'm sorry. But we do have an incredible guest. Would you do the honors?
All right, love to, Jeff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from the county of Nicollet and the town of St. Peter, we'd like to welcome in Chad DeBleek and John Mayer.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you here. Gentlemen, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
My name's Chad DeBleek. I'm from St. Peter. We're with the St. Peter Ambassadors. I'm currently the president. And we are a organization that helps promote businesses in St. Peter, as well as entertain some of the festivities and promote them.
And what do you do, sir?
My name is John Mayer, and I am also a member of the St. Peter Ambassadors. My current position in the Ambassadors is I am a minion. I do what I am told, and I was told that they needed some people today, so I jumped at the opportunity.
And here you are.
To come here.
Terrific.
Well, we're kind of in the same boat because we're filling in for Bobby Ray and Sally Sue today.
I was going to ask you that question.
Yes, they're on
I noticed
assignment.
that there was something strange going on here.
They're on assignment. We're very excited to fill in for them. But
He
Bobby,
doesn't look like Bobby Ray?
not like Bobby Ray at all.
Not
He's
the
a
Bobby I
celebrity.
know.
I'm just a fill-in guy. Bobby Ray gave us, Barbara, a list of questions that we're to be sure to ask.
Of course he did. Control freak.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we better get these questions in.
Okay.
Would you like to ask the first question?
Absolutely. Thank you. What year were the St. Peter Ambassadors founded and why?
The Ambassadors were founded in 1974 as a link to promote businesses in St. Peter and promote businesses that would come to St. Peter. And we were kind of the liaison between the city of St. Peter and potential businesses. Since then, our role has changed in the community. We've gone into other functions that entertain the community, such as the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
What year was the first St. Patrick's Day started there in St. Peter?
The rumor is that the first St. Patrick's Day was around, the mid-'70s.
Okay.
So we are in, what we do is when we get our raffle tickets, we look at what year it is annually and then subtract back to figure out what year it was made.
So scientific.
St. Peter.
Okay, I understand the ambassadors have quite a lengthy process in finding their St. Patrick's Day queen.
Hey.
That is so exciting.
Is it your sister or your cousin?
My sister is the tomato queen right here in Sweet Spine County.
Well, isn't
that
exciting?
impressive? I'm going to have to get some information about this.
Yes, why don't we see what they have to say about
Okay.
this?
How is this done, the process, and once again, why?
The St. Patrick's Day Selection Committee is very secretive and we can't talk about it.
But if we could,
Okay, yes, please, tell us.
it would probably involve some Irish heritage and some,
Somehow appropriate.
yes, and some conversation to decide who would be the best queen to help promote the St. Patrick's Day Parade for that year.
And the other thing that we should probably not tell you is that the reason we have a selection committee is because the first year that we held it, it was a contest. Show up, and we'll select the queens from the people who show up, and no one showed up. So we figured it was probably a better idea that we just
Seems to go much smoother that way.
Right. Yeah.
Under the radar.
Catch people by surprise.
Yes. Oh, wonderful. Here you go,
Oh,
Jeff.
I get to ask the next question. Where are we at here? Which question?
Right here.
Your parade is widely known as the largest organized parade in the state.
I believe you have to look at that again. It's the largest unorganized.
Unorganized parade in the state. Well, Bobby
You're too
Ray.
organized, Jeff.
Unorganized parade in the state. Why is that? I like that question better.
The reason our claim to fame is the largest unorganized parade is because the Irish have a way of just kind of putting things together as they go along. They may not sign up for the parade, but every year it comes together somehow, some way. 5 o'clock, head down 3rd Street, and people just come in masses.
You know, I have been to that parade, and that is a very impressive parade, seriously. That is very impressive.
We have been told that it's bigger than the Boston Parade, year after year after year, we have been told that.
Wow, I'm
Okay.
impressed.
That's why it's the largest, it's why it's unorganized, it's why it's
Yes.
a parade.
With our current tough economic situation, how does a group like yours afford a major parade of this magnitude?
Ooh, that's a good
That's a
question.
gutty question. You want to
Yeah.
handle
Very
that one?
serious question.
Well, with the support of the community in buying raffle tickets, we hold a raffle that evening of the parade to help fund the parade as well as some of the other community functions that we do in St. Peter.
Well, the next trick question is,
That's good. I like that.
okay, if people are interested in coming to your events, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, they can go online and take a look at the St. Peter Chamber of Commerce website and contact them, or they can call Patrick's of St. Peter.
Now tell us what's Patrick's.
Patrick's is a local establishment owned by the Mayer family that is very, very supportive in the Irish history of St. Peter.
We like St. Patrick's Day.
You know, the name certainly fits in this.
That's named after my father, actually.
Very cool.
So we
It's-
have a lot of people that actually just call the bar.
When I was at the parade a couple years ago, I was at Patrick's.
And you're a better person because of it, aren't you?
Absolutely.
We talk about it all the
Absolutely.
time.
Patrick's. It's a really cool place. According to Bobby Ray,
Okay, the St. Peter Ambassadors hold another event in June. Tell us about that.
The event we hold in June is called the St. Peter Ambassadors Blues Fest.
blues.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
Sounds
it's,
raucous.
Actually, it's an idea that we stole.
Borrowed?
No, we actually stole it. We stole it from the Rock Bend Folk Fest. The Rock Bend Folk Fest has been putting on an event in St. Peter for the last 25 years.
Really?
And that always happens at the end of the summer, the weekend after Labor Day. And we figured that if we just take what they're doing and change it a little bit to blues, that it would be successful for us too. And it has been. This is the third year we're going to do it this year. And we're very excited to have our headliner this year is going to be Corey Stevens. Last year we had Lamont Cranston.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Absolutely.
And the really unique thing about not only Blues Fest but the Rock Bend Folk Fest, it's completely free.
Really?
If you show up, you can bring your family, bring your kids. Don't bring your dog, your frog, your ferret, or your bird, because those are not allowed. But you can bring a
And
cooler.
they don't like
You
music.
can bring your food. You can bring a lawn chair. You can bring your grandma, and it's not going to cost you anything.
Well, these sound like incredible events. How many people usually attend? How many would you guesstimate how many came last year?
100,000, 200,000,
Somewhere in the
300,000.
A lot of people.
A lot of people came. It's held at Minnesota Square Park, right in St. Peter. So as you drive through St.
Yes.
Peter, you'll see this park. And our event is very special because it's held the weekend before Flag Day, so all the flags are up.
Oh, beautiful.
And it looks,
Oh.
yes, it's just
Wonderful.
a
So
beautiful setting.
patriotic.
Nothing
Wonderful.
says
Is-
America more than blues.
And just to tie it up,
Okay.
gentlemen, are there other events that happen in St. Peter in conjunction with the Blues Fest?
Yes, there are lots of things.
Great.
Blues Fest is based off a Saturday afternoon from noon to sundown event. And before that, Friday night, we'll have an event. We'll have a blues event either at the Redmond Club or at Patrick's. Saturday night, after the bands get done in the park, we're going to have 4 to 5 to 6 of the bars in town that are also going to have blues bands in town. All the events during the Ambassador Blues Fest are free.
Gentlemen, we want to thank you for being with us today. This has been very interesting. We're looking forward to going up to both of these events. This
Yes.
will be great fun. You know, we always like to show our guests one of the special features that we show here on the show. Would you like to see one?
Yes.
Well, let's take a look.
Hello, Sweet Swine County. This is your roving reporter, Clarice. Today, we're hidden away in Sibley County, in the town of Le Sueur. Carson Nesbitt Cosgrove originally built Cosgrove House Bed and Breakfast in 1893. CN is known as the founder of the Minnesota Valley Canning Company, or as most of us know it, the Green Giant Company. CN built this house for his wife Elizabeth their 2 sons and 2 daughters. A relative told the story that CN, known as the Little Giant at 5 foot 3 inches, had the decorative brick fireplace mantel built so that he would look taller when leaning against it. After Elizabeth's death in the 1930s, the home was converted into a boarding house. Marilyn Webb and her late husband Wayne bought the house in 1997 and spent 3 years lovingly restoring it. The Green Giant room contains a gas fireplace and mementos from the Green Giant Company. The bridal suite has a large bath, and the Elizabeth room is named for CN's wife. The CN room was used by CN Cosgrove in the boarding house days when he returned to the area. A beautiful upstairs sitting area rounds out this charming historic home. Cosgrove House Bed and Breakfast was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1982. From outside Sweet Swine County, this is Clarice. And as my Norwegian Nana would have said, hid away hardly means forgotten. Bye.
Wow, that was amazing.
Wasn't that incredible?
Yes,
Isn't it
that's what I'm used
interesting?
to seeing.
Right here.
Yes,
Top
only
notch.
quality.
Absolutely.
Top notch.
So, gentlemen, what do we have here?
Do you have some goodies?
We've brought some T-shirts for you and your guests in the studio here.
Yes, just like all the
Oh
fancy
my
shows,
God. For the
everybody's
studio
going to
audience
win a
too?
T-shirt.
Oh, well, thank you. Wonderful.
Thank
They
you.
brought enough for this entire studio audience. That is so generous. Thank you,
did.
gentlemen.
It's just like a
right.
new car, except it's a T-shirt.
Gentlemen, we want to thank you for being here. We want to thank our studio audience and our audience in the world at large for watching the Cocklebur Morning Show, where we weed out the big stories throughout Sweet Swine County and beyond. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.